Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Night Guy back here. I hope everyone's enjoying their holidays as much as I am. Still getting settled into the new apartment here. So, like I said before, I'm going to try to keep the videos coming to you. This one's going to be brief today. Just picked up a new piece here. We've still been doing some training, but I haven't been able to upload any of our training or sparring sessions, unfortunately. But that will be coming soon. Being now that I'm in an apartment, I'm kind of limited on my space. My house before, I could have all my weapons, armor, and equipment for training all just displayed, all out in the open on racks, easy to get to. Unfortunately, now most of it is in storage, so it's kind of a process to go and dig it out when we go for our training sessions. Either way, we've decided to do something that I feel will be more productive for our training, anyways, which is kind of limit ourselves to the equipment we use, making it that we sort of train with specific tools more repeatedly. When we upload some of the new videos for training, it's mainly going to be revolved around swords, um, long swords, short swords, katana, etc. Kind of anything that fits into the sword category, rapiers. Doesn't have to be only two-handed, single-handed swords, two-handed swords, arming swords, bastard swords. I could keep going on. Either way, the only other piece of equipment that we use other than protective gear is some form of training dagger. And that's what I'm going to be showing here, a new one that I got in. This obviously isn't a dagger. This is a tanto. I guess you call it a tanto knife, more specifically. But this is the cold steel O Tanto, right here. Show you that off. Not too fond of that point there. With any of these cold steel training polypropylene tools, a lot of people don't recommend using them at all. They're very solid, so they do pack quite a bit of a punch when they connect. And for some reason, they tend to come with a point that's a little bit serious there. You could really hurt someone with that. So I go ahead and I sand them down, grind them down as soon as I get them. There you can see the cold steel label there. Just like the cold steel bokkens, or bokken and O bokken, both pieces which I have and have reviewed. It has the same design on the handle and the hilt. I guess they're that kind of traditional looking wrap, even though this is all plastic. This isn't any sort of fabric. Comes with a little ring guard Suba. Same sort of design, little spears there. I'm not really sure what kind of weapon that is. Anyone knows the correct title for this one, give me a shout out. And your rubber retainer, just like all of them. So we'll go ahead and set that up. I personally have mentioned before, on a few occasions, I am a big fan of these cold steel training pieces. A lot of weapons enthusiasts may disagree with me on them, saying that they're just not good for safety. And I mean, there's some truth to that. They are, like I said, very, very solid, very stiff pieces. So they command some authority when you collide with them. Um, I like that. We train with safe gear. We've been training with the same partners for a while. And any sparring I've ever done, I feel that's most important. Having a good sparring partner. The more familiar you are with each other, the more you'll kind of get to understand what sort of pace you can go at. Not saying that you should be necessarily holding back when you're sparring, but safety is number one, and the more you know your partner, the more you can know what you get away with. So with us, they're fine. For beginners, somebody new, I may not necessarily use one of these against them, but I think this would be a great side piece to my cold steel bokken and my cold steel O bokken of the other two training pieces. So I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to be using in the next video when I train, when I get together with Rocket Man and Tiger Ninja, my two favorite training partners. And, we're going to go at it. One of the other things I noticed using these polypropylene pieces specifically the cold steel. The Honshu training broadsword that I have is also pretty effective. It'll give you the same, effect of that it's nice and solid and firm, and it'll command similar authority to these. It's just a little lighter than most of the training swords. Anyways, back to these. What I found with the cold steel pieces, mainly the swords, but this one's pretty solid also, like the swords. Some of the daggers aren't quite as solid. The rondo dagger that they make has a little more pliability to it. Same thing with the cold steel training parrying dagger that they make, also has some more pliability to it. I uploaded some videos on those as well. Go ahead and check those out. What I like about these is if you're going against, mainly what they like training with, what they recommend using are nylon weapons. Um, the nylon weapons are very light, very well balanced. I have a few training swords that are made of nylon from Red Dragon Armory. Very effective, very well. But these will sort of kind of almost push them out of the way whenever you bind or you do connect. And sometimes that can be an advantage. All I can say is when I use these polypropylene training tools, and if someone has a nylon tool, it tends to put them on the defense a little bit more. However, the nylon weapons tend to be a little bit longer, so they get that advantage. So you kind of, it's a give and take as in anything. I guess the context is all that really matters for what you're going to use it for. But anyways, real quick, that's enough of my rant. Sorry about dragging this one out. That's the cold steel polypropylene training bokken. Let me know what you guys think. Can't wait to use it for you guys and finally get to upload some of the videos on that. All right, this is a lovely piece. Can't complain about really any of the cold steel products so far that I've gotten in. I like their training tools. They're not for everyone. They are dangerous. I feel like cold steel makes them with the intent for them to be kind of a almost non-threatening piece, as in it's not bladed, but with this point that they keep and how solid these things are, you still have some room to actually use it as a defense tool if you needed to. I feel that may be kind of what they're going for. I'm not really sure, but I do like that. I've my buddy, a good buddy of mine, his son was doing a Halloween costume this year using, well, not using, but he was going for a character from Demon Slayer, which is an anime I've never really watched. But the main character had a black katana, and he couldn't find a katana that would match for his son. I went to join them in the party, dressed up myself, me and my lovely girlfriend, and I brought over my black training katana, my training bokken, my cold steel bokken, and he just loved it, and it worked great for the costume. And I told him, of course, to be careful with it, that way he didn't hurt anyone with it. But it wasn't a threatening piece, it wasn't an actual sword, so he was able to walk around with it with no problem, and he didn't hurt himself or anyone else the whole night. And if we were raided and we needed to defend ourselves, theoretically we, could use it to actually defend against an invader, any of these pieces. So keep that in mind with using these. All right, and that's it. My rant's over. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you enjoy your holidays. Night Guy here. Stay tuned.